Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so in regards to the AMC situation, we got a really interesting bit of news in regards to what we got going on. And I keep telling people, we have begun to see the changes made by these efforts of the apes in regards to AMC, GME, and the other stocks that are being hodled. We're seeing the changes. They're not coming in the form that can be substantial in terms of our personal lives. We're not getting the money we need, but we are seeing things change. Today, I just read about 10 minutes ago that the DOJ, the Department of Justice, is now going to open an investigation on predatory short selling by hedge funds. Now, what all that entails and all of that good stuff, I will leave it to you to do your own due diligence and kind of get information from smarter people than myself. But what I can tell you is this is the type of change that ultimately is what this is about. It's not just about our individual lives and being able to take care of ourselves selfishly, but also making it so that future generations who decide that they want to invest their money have fair markets to do so with, whether it be through the stock market or even in other areas, crypto or whatever else may come about in the future. We want to make sure that we do what we can to raise awareness that, in this uncharted space that we're in, people who who understand the game have mastered it in such a way to take advantage of others who maybe do not. So that's what this has been, and we're seeing the changes. It's just not in vain. That's what I'm here to tell everybody. For those of y'all who believe the FUD, or for those of y'all who are wary and tired, like myself, understand that the type of changes that we wanted to see happen are happening. We are seeing the DOJ. We are seeing others be forced to pay attention to this. We're seeing Fox News, guys like Charles Payne, who have dedicated a good portion of what it is they're on right now to raise awareness about the situation. And yes, it's been hard for all of us, even for people who not necessarily are in this financial situation I'm in. The anticipation of what it is that we're looking for, and the notion that we are being cheated out of our money, and that our future generations will be cheated as well. It's disheartening. But what it's not is something that we're going to turn our backs on and just let be continue. We are going to win this battle, and I think the worst of it is already behind us. We went a very, very long time without hearing anything like what I just read 10 minutes ago. We were asking, we've been begging, we've been holding our shares, we've been going through what we're going through. YouTubers have been getting famous because they talk about AMC and these various topics, and we still hadn't seen any real change. We've asked those in position to be, active to do so, and we haven't seen the results until now. We're getting to a point where now we see Evergreen, the Chinese holding company, if I'm not mistaken. They defaulted yesterday. That's a functionality, I believe, of some of what we got going on in tandem with other aspects of their circumstance, but I think we definitely didn't help. And it's going to be more to follow. There will be more to follow. Obviously, the one that's most famous is Citadel, but I know that there are other hedge funds doing this that are not as famous. I think we got to be careful as apes as well. I'm gonna tell you the truth. We got to be very careful to not let the enemy pick who they're going to allow to fall on the sword for this situation. That's not going to help change what we want to change. We don't need them to find a guy over there to blame for all this. We need them to stop the practices of doing what it is that's happening here with the short selling and this naked short selling and all these different nefarious different things that are happening in these trade markets. We need all of that to stop. We don't need y'all to find a guy to fall on the sword so y'all continue business as usual. Take Ken Griffin, toss him in wherever place they're going to put him, and then let him fall for it. Take Vlad from Robinhood, say he's the bad guy, and let him fall for it. I'm here to tell you that I was wide awake on January 28th. As I've said in many videos about this, I was wide awake. Robinhood was not the only lender that halted trading. They're the one that did it the most. They were the ones who did it first. But throughout that day, it was about 5 or 6 other lenders, famous ones, who did the exact same thing. They're not run by Vlad. They're not. He's only rolled for Robinhood. That's his company. What about the rest of them? So I feel the same way about these hedge funds. We got to make sure each and every one of these guys fall. Not just one, not just Citadel. So they can blame Ken Griffin like he's the worst person in the world. Nah, I'm not that kind of stupid, buddy. Ken's in a environment where he's behaving the way the environment behaves in order to succeed. There are others, many others, and we need to make sure all of them are held accountable for the damage that has already been done, as well as stopping the damage that will continue to be done if we don't stop it. So this is very much what I'm living to do right now. Obviously, there's other things that are important, but this is what I'm on. I believe in this. I'm going nuts, literally trying to hold my shares in the midst of my own personal stuff, and I see that it's not in vain. I see that it's not in vain. Even if I never get the money that I'm praying for, even if I ultimately have to paper in on my shares to save my own situation, which is just a devastating thing. What I know is me holding my shares for the past year contributed to ultimately what's going to change things in the market. So that's what I'm doing. And that's all there is to say about that. I don't encourage anybody, and it's important that we say this for YouTube purposes and suing purposes, and for purposes of individuals who will take this advice, deliberately do the wrong thing, and then blame you, right? So you told me to do this. No, I did not. What I'm actually telling you is this is a very, very, very risky situation in terms of you could lose all your money. You're not coming into this situation to necessarily make money. You're coming in here to protest. And if the protest is successful, money is the reward. But you're not in here to just invest in something really, really good and hopefully make a lot of money in like 3 months. No. What you're doing is trying to involve yourself in the fight that I just described in hopes of seeing something good happen for all of us. So yeah, man, no more fixing the markets, no more forcing us into poverty, no more telling people they have to work crappy jobs while y'all printing money on the low, telling us we don't have any money while you're printing money on the low. Clearly, money is something that you have an unlimited supply of. That's what I'm here to say. The secret is, regardless of what the debt crisis is, whatever the hell they're telling you, these people have been printing money for free and without any conscience. And we can see that within the practices of what it is that we're involved in. Money is just coming out of thin air. And so if that's the case, then why are any of us in the circumstances that we're in? Why would anyone be struggling at all if they can literally make money appear from nowhere? That's what it is. Naked short selling, naked shares, synthetic shares are fabricated shares. They're selling the same thing over and over again. It's like selling the same house to 20 different people. That's what they're doing. That is exactly what's happening here. So, by very definition, that is printing money. So, that's what I got, man. So I want to say, man, hopefully the DOJ is not disrupted by anything that'll keep them from being able to effectively do what it is that they do. Hopefully they come to the conclusion that they need to get the people who need to be gotten in this situation. And I'm willing to bet it's a great deal of them. It's a whole lot of people. And look, man, I think about companies. You think about companies you grew up watching, paying attention to. Toys R Us. Anybody a Toys R Us fan? Anybody grew up going to Toys R Us who watches my videos? That's what happened to Toys R Us. That's exactly what happened to Toys R Us. Nothing real. They didn't go out of business. They were attacked by a hedge fund or a plethora of hedge funds who shorted them to nothing. Nothing. One of my favorite brands, one of the most important places I went to growing up with my mother, is gone because of these people. Good American company that is supposed to bring happiness to children is gone because these people wanted to print money for themselves. Took it personally. I took that personally. And now they're trying to do it with AMC. Now they're trying to do it with GameStop. Other brands that we really, really like. No. You don't get to do that to American companies without Americans responding the way that we do. So, we coming. My name is BDF44. Thank y'all for watching.